Hey y'all, what's up and welcome back to the sunny climes of the Euclid Galaxy. In today's episode of Zero to Hero, we are going to change our appearance and we're gonna get gekified. Then we're gonna head down planetside to build our first base and then start our upgrades of the exosuit, starship, and multi-tool, as well as starting to get our money right. Let's go, Bubbles will show you the way. If you like this kind of awesome content, don't forget to like and share with your friends. Alright, we're over here in the space station, and we're going to come over here to the appearance modifier to change our appearance. This isn't going to cost us anything, and you can change your appearance at any time. We have now been gekified. So let's head down to the planet. So Bubbles is going to follow the mission line and we're going to head over here to the signal source. Well, we will find a spot to land here eventually. Alright, finally. Now our lazy gek butt's going to have to run. Right, let's head down to the signal source and follow the mission line. Now we can run. Now, like on our first planet, we have resources here. Well, we can see that we have sodium with that yellow plant, and then we have those hazardous plants. I hate those things, but they will give us oxygen. And because this is a new planet, you can always use your analysis visor to scan all the resources. So we've already scanned him, and it's not letting us scan him at this time. So let's use our mining laser and get some oxygen out of these guys. Don't forget to not get too close, or they will try to bite you. While we're here, we'll grab this sodium, and over there on the hill we can see dihydrogen, and dihydrogen is something we're going to need a lot of. So we're going to take a moment to mine this real quick while we're on our way to the signal source. And sometimes it'll give you crystals, and sometimes there'll be storm crystals, but usually a crystal fragment. The dihydrogen will give you crystal fragments. Also, rocks will give you crystal fragments, but usually the crystal fragments always turn into the main mineral that you were mining in the first place. But sometimes it'll give you something cool. Especially the dihydrogen crystals, it'll give you storm crystals, and I think storm crystals are worth 100,000. So Mehevite. Alright, there is the signal source. Broken technology. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Alright, let's move over here to the decipher signal. And click on that. Decoding. And here is the infamous 16 that we're going to find throughout the game No Man's Sky. Click X. Entry. No fuel in static. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to more static. Underground. More static. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Alright, yes, we want to extract the plans from this broken technology. Nice. We learned the base computer. Now we can build our first base. We're going to need chromatic metal. So we're going to need to use our refiner. So we're going to hit the circle on the PlayStation, and we just received the plans for our terrain manipulator. We're going to need 2 carbon nanotubes and some dihydrogen jelly, which we can bushcraft out of our dihydrogen crystals. Hit the circle again to get out of that. And the mission log is showing us over here on the bottom right hand side that the habitation program initializing. Select the terrain manipulation mission in the log. Mine copper to build the base computer. Mining copper requires a terrain manipulator. So we have an easy workaround for the copper, so we don't have to go looking for that. And we're going to follow the mission log. So real quick, on the PlayStation controller, you hit the options button, and then it's going to give you this screen. And over here on this screen, you'll be able to go to the log, which is your mission objectives, the guide, how to play the game, options, how to set your general options. Real quick, in general options, let's go into general options. And then hold to confirm. I have that disabled. If you have it enabled, hold to confirm means that you're going to have to hold down on the X button, and then it's going to create a circle in the round rectangle that you have on your screen, the control. And if you turn that off, it's not going to make you wait that couple of extra seconds when you want to do something in the game. So I always come here and set this to disabled. And then we can back out of here with the circle button on the PlayStation. And also, you can use the R1 or L1, which will guide you through these different categories. So here are your discoveries, what you found. We've discovered 9 flora or plants on this planet. We've discovered 0 fauna or animals, creatures, and we've discovered 4 minerals. And also on discoveries, we can back out by hitting the 0 button. It will allow us, you can get free nanites essentially by scanning all the flora and the fauna and the minerals. When you upload this to the galactic servers, to the Atlas, it will basically say that you discovered this planet. So everybody will know that you were here first. If you don't do that, you won't get the free nanites, and then somebody else potentially would be able to claim this planet instead of you. So let's get that. Cool. We got 64 free nanites. All right, let's back out of that. All right, to follow along with the mission log, let's go into our thumb pad, the scrolling pad, the mouse pad on the PlayStation controller. You just press down on that. That will open up your inventory. I don't know, for some reason, if you leave it in exosuit, it'll open up in Starship. Or if you leave it in Starship, sometimes it'll open up in multi-tool. I don't know why it does this, but it does. So we can either use your mouse, which is your left thumb controller on the PlayStation, to move up here to move it, or even easier, you can just use your L1 or R1 buttons to scroll through. Now, anytime that this will only do this and show this flashing inventory slot when the mission line is wanting you to do something specific. If you want to continue with the mission, you will do that. If you're just wanting to do your own thing, then you don't have to do that, but it will keep flashing until you do it. So we're going to go here. We're going to install technology. That will be the square. Then we want to install the terrain manipulator, and we're going to need 2 carbon nanotubes and 1 dihydrogen jelly. So let's back out of this. We'll go over here to the exosuit, and then over here we're going to click on X. So we need 2 carbon nanotubes. So once you make the first one, to create more, you just go over to the item you just created and then follow the instructions. We want to craft more, so we're going to hit the square, and we have 2 of those, and then we need 1 dihydrogen jelly. So we'll come over here, click that, and we want to generate dihydrogen jelly. X to build. Now that's done. Now we're going to go back over here to multi-tool that we have the technology we need to install it. Hit square. Terrain manipulator. Alright, nanotubes, dihydrogen jelly. Now that we have that installed, we can actually dig holes in the ground. And so wherever you find these broken technology modes, you are going to find this, a buried technology. And what we're going to want to do is we are already on our terrain manipulator, but if you're on your mining tool, you just change to your terrain manipulator, or if you're on your gun, you just change to your terrain manipulator. And then you're going to dig a hole in the ground. Now, I know that you can change the size of the hole you make. Okay, so to change the size of the hole that you bore into the ground, it'll be the R1 or the L1. The larger the bore, the less resources you get, but the bigger the hole. The smaller the bore, the more resources you get, and the smaller the hole. So we just want to bore a hole into the ground, just big enough so that we can get down there and get this buried technology. Now, this buried technology module is going to give you between 1 and 4 salvage data. And you're going to need salvage data to upgrade in the Anomaly construction components. You're going to need a lot of those. So whenever you can find them, always grab them. And you can also just take the time, once you're followed through with the mission line on any specific planet, you can just take the time to go and farm whatever it is that you need before you move on to the next planet. So over here, these particular round storage containers require Atlas passes, and we don't have the capability to build those, but you will need the technology modules to buy the plans so that you can build your Atlas pass, version 1, version 2, and version 3. This particular pass requires version 1, and then I think it's version 2 or 3 on the space station, and you can get into some locked areas in space stations and research facilities on planetside. Now that we're here, whenever you see these, you can save and chart this particular location. It will save in the game that you found this location. When you go to upload, you'll get a free nav data from this right now. And you've just created a hard save. Also, every time you get out of your starship, it will create a quick save for you also as well, every time. Oh, there's some oxygen right there. So we've created our terrain manipulator, and now it wants us to use our analysis visor to find copper. But when you click on your analysis visor, when you see these little squares, these are mining deposits, like a big chunk of dioxide in the ground. And you just look around to find whatever mineral it is that you're looking for. Let's see if we can find copper. Oh, these red dots are creatures, animals, fauna, whatever you want to call it. And if you scan them, you will get nanites. Or you'll get units for scanning them, not nanites. And now that you've scanned it, it turned green, saying that you have identified it and you don't need to scan it again. So here, dioxide, copper. Alright, 436. So we found copper, and we found another copper. Well, we don't want to run all the way over there, so let's call our starship down to us, because we don't want to run back over the hill. And you just go down on the D-pad, move over here to summon vehicles, and if you have navigation data, you have to have two things to summon your vehicle. You have to have navigational data, and you have to have enough fuel for your ship to launch. If you don't have enough fuel for your ship to launch, and your launch fuel, it will be red. No matter where you put it, it won't allow you to summon it. So here, we can summon it, we have enough launch fuel, but once I bring it down here, we're going to add more launch fuel. That way we can continue to summon it. I think I'm pretty low. This might be the last charge before I have to refuel it anyways. So let's bring this down. We're going to hit the R2 button. Or maybe not. We're going to hit the X button. Alright, there we go. It's bringing it in. Let's look around. Where is it? Okay. So we're going to come in here. I don't use my rockets very much, so we'll come over here to Starship. You don't have to get inside to do this. You just have to be close enough to it. So we're going to go into our inventory, come over to Starship, come over here to rockets, and then we're going to dismantle with the R3. Alright, now that we dismantled it, it gave us 100 copper and 50 condensed carbon. So now we can just bring out our refiner and make our copper into chromatic metal. So let's come back out here. Let's turn around, give ourselves an open spot. We're going to click up so we can get technology. We're going to have our portable refiner. We're going to put it down right there with the R2. Now we're going to go inside and we're going to start refining our copper to chromatic metal. Now this will only flash like this when you're doing part of the mission quest line. So other than that, it's not going to flash. It'll just let you do whatever you want to do. So click here. We're now in our inventory. We'll scroll down with our D-pad, copper. Pick it up, drop it in. Now we're going to have to put fuel here so we can actually refine. So it's going to give you a couple of options. Now, if you do put condensed carbon in the fuel inverter, when you go to put the portable refiner back in your backpack, your exosuit storage, it will not give you condensed carbon back. It will only give you carbon. So it's up to you whether you want to use condensed carbon or carbon, but just know that if you put condensed carbon in, you're only going to get carbon back out of that. So why not? We'll use condensed carbon, and then you can be anywhere and just press and hold the square button. And then it's going to take 2 copper to make 1 chromatic metal, and we've got 12 seconds left. 10. Okay, perfect. Just what we needed, 50 chromatic metal. So now, once we're here, you just come over here and hit quick transfer, click on X, and then just hit triangle. Now, if you want to change it to the exosuit high capacity inventory or your starship, on the D-pad, just hit the right D-pad to go down, left D-pad to go up, so you can choose where you want to put it, and then you just hit the triangle. We're going to put it in our exosuit, and now we're going to back out of here. And we need that to make our base computer. So it says, the base computer claims the site for construction. Find a suitable area and deploy the base computer. Access the build menu with the up D-pad. Alright, so we're done with that. We're going to hit the R3 to pick it up. And all resources that you leave inside your refiner will pick up, and if you have room in your inventory, it will place it back in your inventory. So it wants us to build a base. So here, we want to recharge our launch thrusters. So we do have enough to do another launch. You just don't want to leave yourself with 0 launches if you plan on summoning your starship. And summoning your starship is very convenient, very useful. Come over here, see what we forgot. Our hazard protection is going down, so we need to recharge that. We've got enough sodium, but we're going to need more sodium. So let's scan real quick and see what we can find locally. There's some dihydrogen that we found. Alright, there's some sodium. So real quick, let's come over here. Let's change from our terrain manipulator, which is the triangle button on the PlayStation controller, and we're going to go to our mining tool or our mining beam, which is the multi-tool. We'll pick up some of the dihydrogen that we have there. So this is carbon. I started on it. I might as well finish it. Alright, so let's turn over here and go back to... Okay, so up here we see another broken technology. But I do want to get the sodium, and there's some oxygen. We'll run up here. We need to get some sodium rather quickly. There is another option to sodium. Let's go to your exosuit inventory and then come over here where you want to make stuff. So tap on the X. The ion battery will fill your hazard protection. And over here, the life support gel will fill your health. So over here, cobalt, we need 10 cobalt, and we have enough ferrite dust to make the ion battery. So that is an alternative to sodium. And also, getting inside your starship will allow you to recharge, as well as moving into a facility or a cave will also allow you to recharge your hazard protection. So I'm going to let that recharge for a moment. Oh, look at that little tiny creature. Let's see if I scanned him. Yeah, I think I already did. He must be a little baby. Okay, we'll hop out. So, oh, more dihydrogen. So, you can stay around and farm as much as you want once you're done with the mission line in that particular region. So, dihydrogen is everywhere. Alright, let's scan again so we can find the sodium again. Okay, right there. Now, once you find the sodium, you can put your controller over it, and it'll tell you it's only 85 feet away. So, or 85 yards is what I call it. We'll come over here, and then we'll come back to the broken technology and the buried technology module. Okay, so... And also vice versa, wherever you see visually the broken technology modules, and you have these, vice versa. When you're in your visor, and you're looking around through your visor, you'll see these symbols, and it's the buried technology. So wherever you see a buried technology, you're also going to find a broken machinery. And the cool thing about the broken machinery is it will give you free upgrades sometimes. So here we are, we're right on top of it. We'll use the triangle, go to the terrain manipulator, and dig ourselves a little hole. Nice, it was right there on the top. So, okay, it only gave us 2. So let's go to our inventory, and then we're going to use the right D-pad to go over to our cargo. So we don't have anything in cargo right now, so let's move our salvage data over there. So you just move and stack, hit X, and then D-pad to move over to your cargo. Now the difference is here is in normal mode, you can hold 15 salvage data in your general inventory, and you can hold 30 here in your cargo inventory. Alright, so we can get... Oh, there's some crystal fragments. And it's the square. It gave us dihydrogen, and we did get storm crystals from those crystal fragments earlier. Okay, so here is our broken, damaged machinery. So we will put it in our inventory, hit the X, hit the triangle. Usually it gives you nanites, but every once in a while it will give you a exosuit upgrade or a starship upgrade or multi-tool upgrade, and that's always beneficial. So we're still needing to build our base, so we'll just come right back here and we'll build it right here. So up on the D-pad, move over to base computer. We have enough chromatic metal, and we will put it right there with the R2. Perfect. So now we are moving along with the mission quest line. It's telling us to log in to our base computer. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Yes, we want to claim the site. And so basically we're just going to build a little bubbles box just to get our base going, and then we can build a bigger, badder base somewhere else. I usually like to build my bases next to settlements of some sort or the other. So so to build your base, you just hit up on the D-pad, and now once you're up there, just go down, base computer, online. So now it's asking us to log into the base computer again. Accessing log from previous user. Storms sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while static. Need to. More static. Back soon. So once we trigger this and we come out of this, it is going to trigger a storm, which is where it's going to show us that building a base will give us protection once we have it enclosed and we are inside, which means we'll be able to recharge our hazard protection free of charge. So we're going to extract the plans. Okay, so we just learned the plans for the wooden wall, and we got a whole bunch of blueprints for the wall, the door, the roof, the floor, and a couple of accessory blueprints just to pretty things up a little bit. And there's a picture of a base, just giving you some ideas. So we can back out of here completely. Now we're going to go up on the D-pad, and now we can build our wooden floor. Alright, here we go. That's just about right. Now we want to move to the door. Perfect. Now we want to move to the wall. We got that one there. Got that there. Got that there. Put on our roof. Perfect. So we have, now I'm going to back out of that. So now it's wanting us to go back and log into the base computer that we've built our little bubbles box. Move closer. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry follows. Construction largely static. A success. Recovered salvage data from nearby. Static. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Begin search. Extract plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Alright. Construction research unit. We're going to need magnetized ferrite, which we can make out of ferrite dust in the refiner. And we're going to need to bushcraft some nanotubes. Alright, so let's go inside our base so we can recharge our hazard protection. Get away from the wall. Alright, so we need to get magnetized ferrite. So here we're going to come over here to our technology, portable technology, and we need our refiner again. Let's back up. There we go. Okay. We're gonna have to put fuel in it again. Alright, pure ferrite. Pure ferrite will make, is the next step before magnetized ferrite. So now we'll refuel this, put some carbon in there, and then just press the square. That was quick and easy. Now we'll come back over here. This is going to be a two-step process with the ferrite dust. Come back over here, press it. We're going to have to take out the magnetized ferrite first. Okay, now that we've got that clear, we'll make 100 pure ferrite so we can get it to stop right at 100. Yeah! First time like a boss. Alright, so now we're going to take the ferrite dust out, hit X, your triangle, then we're going to put this over here, and now we're just going to let it run out and make magnetized ferrite. So just press the square button and 10 seconds. This is fairly quick. Then we'll be able to bushcraft some nanotubes and build our construction computer. Okay, so we'll back out of here. Actually, we'll come over here and we'll put that into our exosuit inventory. Back out of here, go into our inventory. Now it wants us to make some nanotubes. So that's all we need. Now we'll come back out here, and there we go. We can build our construction computer. R2 to place it, and then we can go and log into our construction computer. Analysis unit online, diagnostic suggestion. Users should recover salvage data from buried technology. Equip and utilize the analysis visor. We have already done that. So research buildable technology. Right now, we need 2 salvage data for this bad boy. This is our teleporter. 4 metal plating, 2 carbon nanotubes, and we're going to need more sodium. 40 sodium. And then we're going to need the fuel reactor. We need 1 metal plating for that. And then we'll grab this. This is free. And the signal booster. The signal booster will help us in making money early on because it'll help us find down starships, minor settlements, sometimes even, crashed freighters. So we're going to need 1 metal plating, 1 carbon nanotube, and even more sodium for the signal booster. Alright, so we have those blueprints recorded. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this back up. That way I don't forget it and then have to build it again. And I am going to head out into the wilds here of this planet and go grab the sodium that we need and start cracking on the things that we need to be crafting. So for every new item you scan, you will get free units, which is the game's form of money. For every new item. You will get less money for inorganic material than you will organic material, plants. You'll get less money for rocks than you will for plants. And you'll make the most money out of the animals. And not all plants are scannable. Some of them are just there for decoration. And the same with the rocks. Alright, my hazard protection is low. Now, real quick, about your multi-tool and your mining beam, up there at the top, where you see it starting to get red, you want to keep it as close to the edge as possible, and it will help to mine even faster. So I'll just, play with the trigger Just pulse the trigger off and on. If you let it get all the way up to the end, it'll overheat, and then it'll force you to wait for it to recharge, and then you can do it again. So right now when it's cold or in the white zone, it will take longer to mine the resources. So we're going to recharge it. We have plenty of carbon, and so we'll start in it again. Then once it gets up to the top, you just pulse it, and you can mine whatever and do it like that. Just pulse it to keep it hot. Alright. What are you yelling at? Oh, so that's a creature. We can get some units out of that. We'll scan them. Young, farsighted. Got a weird name. Haven't scanned that one. 200. Oh, there's another critter. Alright. We're gonna need to recharge my hazard protection. I'm not finding enough sodium fast enough. This is what condensed carbon looks like. Grab that while I'm here. Nice. I found a random research facility. So let's run over here and stake our claim. Unknown sector. Get a free nav data. Oh wow, that's great. This is going to allow us, these little pods right here, they allow you to summon your starship for free. Whenever you find these on planet surfaces, you can summon your starship. Well, I haven't. Might as well scan that while I'm here. Let's head inside to see what we can find. Whenever you come into these facilities or buildings, you're going to find wall-mounted storage containers like this. This one is for restoring your shield. These little cubes usually give you free nav data. And then this right here will allow you to find a location of something. It could be an artifact, it could be a downed ship, it could be a destroyed freighter that crashed onto the surface of the planet, and it can also sometimes give you upgrades or blueprints. So the best way to do this is to save right outside the best way that you can. So we'll come back out here and we will go back over to the save, the hard save. So we're here. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run in here as fast as we can and just go directly to the console. And it's going to ask you a series of questions, and if you get the right question, it will give you whatever it is. It will unlock it for you. So then you just run right back in here, go over to the console, log in, and let's see. A beacon sent long ago from a distant system awaits my response. 3 numbers are visible above an empty input box. I think I know what comes next. Alright, here's the sequence of numbers. It wants us to put in what we think is going to be the next sequence of numbers. Let's see if we can get it right. So, let's do the first one. Yay! I discover a location within the distant stars. Grab the first one like a boss. Okay. So we don't know what it's going to give us yet. Signal detected. So that particular symbol is like ancient ruins or whatever. So we now have the location to ancient ruins. So just put your sight over it, and it says ancient ruin. It's off planet, and that's going to be saved there whenever you decide to leave the planet. It's going to stay on your HUD until you get over there. So you don't have to do anything special with that. So, alright, we are done here. Nothing else for us to grab. I'm still in the quest for, on the quest for sodium. I need more sodium so I can finish the base build. So I am still on the lookout for sodium. So let me get back to that. And I'll be back in just a few minutes. I was looking around and I saw this deuterium-rich plant. So I'm going to go over there just so you can see what it looks like. These little guys give you additional jet power when you pick it. So we haven't scanned it yet, so we can get our units for that before we pick it. But don't forget, once you're up in the sky, you need to make sure you look at your jetpack, because once this runs out, your jetpack goes down very quickly. So you just need to make sure that you leave yourself some boost before you hit the ground so you don't smack down on the ground. So there's that little nasty guy. He'll give us oxygen. So this is free nav data that you'll find in game. And when you're looking through your visor and you can't see it, like it's right next to you, things like this will look like that one bar in the yellow square on the top of your head. And you just come over to it, and this is, you know, free units for you to grab. Once you get to the space station, you can sell them if you want to. I always keep at least one as a bare minimum. But, I mean, if you're going to have a stack, just try to keep as many in your stack as you want. I mean, I'd say at least 5 to 10. And you can sell the rest at the beginning of the game, you know, to grab units. So, let's go check out how many units you get for the navigational data. So they're 1,000 per unit. So, I mean, they're not expensive, but you're not going to get any, you know, too many units for it, but it's free. Now, these larger crystals, we're not going to be able to mine until we have an advanced mining laser, but all this little stuff around here, we can grab this condensed carbon. So, through my search for carbon, I found this cave. And what's significant about caves is that's normally where you're going to find rock formations that look like that. Those guys. So we'll scan it. This is going to give us cobalt. Cobalt is going to be the primary way that we're going to make a lot of money by crashing economies. And we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that here in a little bit. So I'm on the outside of the cave right now. That is the interior. This is a rather small cave. You can use your terrain manipulator to open it up if you want to. But you can see my thermal protection, my hazard protection is going down. Now, if I go into the cave, you'll notice my hazard protection starts to go back up. I am now within the protection of the cave. Okay, so running around trying to find all this sodium, I have accomplished a game milestone from running my lazy ass around, which is not my favorite thing to do. Okay, while we have the chance, right here are storage containers. These specific storage containers are like the broken technology. It'll have something like this. And right now at the beginning part of the game, we're just trying to collect as many items as we can so we can get some units going. And okay, for each one of these rusted metal, we're going to get 20 units each. So that's 1,180 units total, which is better than nothing. And also, we want to look inside here because they can also give you upgrade modules as well, you can find, but they're less common than in the broken technology. Wow, we found some sodium. I think we have enough sodium now. That's great. This particular container gave us a Gek relic. Each one of the 3 races have something similar to this. You've got the Gek relic, a Vikrine effigy, and then you've got a Korvax casing. And each time that you encounter one of these races and you have a specific relic, you can turn it in to that particular Korvax Gek in this particular case, and you will increase your reputation with that particular race. So see if we get an extra storm crystal. Nope, no storm crystal. Boo hoo hoo. Alright, our storage is almost full. What do we have in our cargo? We're out of cargo storage, so in the cargo storage, your regular minerals, like your carbon, chromatic metal, the max you can ever get in normal mode is 9,999. But when it comes to things like your navigational data, where normally you can store 20 over here, you can store 40 over there, or where normally you can only store 5 storm crystals here, you can store 10 over there. So it does give you a larger capacity storage in your cargo inventory. And like things like your Gek relic, you can only store 5 here, you can put 10 over there, and things like of that nature. Okay, let's head back to our base. I think we have enough sodium, but we can check. So we have 60 sodium that we need. So let's come over here, go up here to our buildable technology, and we want to build... Okay, we have to be closer to our base to see how much it is to build the teleporter. So let's head back that direction. I'm going to continue to look for sodium. I'm trying to save my sodium so I'm not recharging my hazard protection. Made it back just in time. Okay. So now we're going to check to see how much it is to build a teleporter. Alright, we have enough sodium. Now we just need metal plating and carbon nanotubes. Come back over here. And I need 15 for that. So I think we're going to have enough to make all. So let's bushcraft some metal plating and carbon nanotubes. Get this show on the road. We'll move that over to cargo. Bushcraft our nanotubes. Bushcraft our metal plating. We're going to need 5 of these. And 3 of these. Now we'll come back out here and we'll place our teleporter. Alright, now we're going to have to charge it. We'll put that right next to it. And now we just come over here to the electrical wiring, and you see that dot right there. You just connect it. It'll turn green whenever you get to a connection. Connect it there. So the red means that we don't have any power yet. So we'll back out of here. Alright. Alright, so we are going to now charge our biofuel reactor so we can further our mission quest line and get the teleporter up and running. And then the base computer will want us to come back in and log in so we can further the quest line. Come here, go to furnace, click on it so you can recharge. You can pick carbon, condensed carbon, or oxygen, whatever you've got. Click on that. Don't put it all in because it's not necessary. You can teleport from any space station or any other location even if this isn't being powered at that specific time. So on up or down on your D-pad, you can separate how much you're going to put in. So just hold down on the D-pad and go down to the lowest amount that it will allow you to put in, which is 10. So just put in the 10, and now we've followed the mission quest line. So now that that's charged, now the base computer is going to tell us it's got something for us to do. And even though that is off, we just needed to further the mission quest line by putting in enough to get us by. And again, we'll be able to teleport here from anywhere in the universe if we're at another teleporter. A base screenshot or upload the base. If you upload the base, everybody will be able to see your base and be able to come here and check it out and change or add or build around. But you can change those settings. Alright, new mission, powering the base. So now, fuel the bioreactor. Interact with the generator and select the furnace tank. Advanced generators do not require manual fueling. So, I did that backwards. I was supposed to go to the base computer first after I built the teleporter. Oops. Alright. Okay, now that we've charged the biofuel reactor and it turned on the teleporter, the base computer wants us to come back and log in. Base computer log updated. Return to the base computer. Logging in. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry follows. Scanner detected unusual broadcast. Static. Repeating 16. More static. From the space station. Warning. End of archive. Records interrupted. Of course. The base computer archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. Alright, we'll summon our starship and head on out. He didn't look friendly. Wow. I fell down into a cave. Identify these plants. Anytime you find rocks that look like this, or stalactites or stalagmites, they're usually going to be some variant of cobalt. Well, I found some copper and some broken machinery. Usually that yellow shiny stuff on the ground in a large mass is copper. Sometimes it's salt. There we go. transfer over to our mining tool. Terrain manipulator, I mean. And then we want small circle. There we go. I thought I already had some copper. So I forgot to get some microprocessors while I was up at the space station. So I'm going to look around just for a quick minute and see if I could find a minor settlement so I don't have to go to the space station. Oh my goodness. So that's the freighter that I was at before. Oh. Wow, that's awesome. So I was able to find a settlement. I don't know, this one looks messed up. Got a little station right there. Alright, let's see if we can land. Nice. Let's see what we can get here. Alright, so this isn't a settlement, this is a trade station. This is where we can build an official, well, not official, but this is where you have the opportunity to build a base to make things a little bit easier on you. You'll have these landing pads, plus other travelers will come here, and we can use this to see if we can find a microchip or microprocessor. There we go, they have it. I need 4. And I've got enough coinage to do it. Nice. We could also buy life support gel and ion batteries. And we can also sell inventory that isn't significant that we don't need. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. We can turn that into nanites, but it's easier to get nanites other ways. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. 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 Don't need that. Don't need that yet. Don't need that. Now we can sell that. Okay, everything else we have is pretty much essential. And buy. What do they have for cobalt? Well, we can buy 32. It's better than having to mine it. We could buy some more sodium. This must be a 1-star system to have such low quantities of resources. Less than 100. This must be a very broke-ass solar system. Right here. This, I just want to mention this real quick. Drop pod coordinate data is also another way of getting storage augmentations or upgrading your exosuit storage capacity. But if you use that, it'll take you to a drop pod location, but then you're going to need antimatter and usually chromatic metal and one other item, one other material to unlock that exosuit storage. So we can't make antimatter yet. That will be a recipe that we will get a little bit later once we make it onto the Anomaly. So that's all this thing has to offer right now. Okay, now we can come back out here to our starship, and now we can upgrade or repair the hyperdrive, or install the hyperdrive rather. So hyperdrive, chromatic metal, I need 5 more. Alright, we'll drop down our refiner. Okay, now we can install the hyperdrive. Alright. There you go, guys. Now we can leave this solar system and further our quest line by having access to the anomaly. It's telling us to return to the ship. But before we do that, I would like to start a base right here. That's perfect. Alright. We can claim this base. Now we have all the landing pads that we need. We can buy and sell resources right here. That's kind of cheating, but it's part of the game. Making your life easier. Also, any one of those panels over there that I'm pointing at, you can, if you happen to run into one of these while you're away from your starship, all you have to do is go to one of these panels and it will summon your starship free of charge. Okay, so now we need to build a teleporter. We need to bushcraft metal plating and carbon nanotubes. So let's do that. So we have that. Now we just need some metal plating. Perfect. Come over here. Now let's put this someplace cool. Ta-da! Now we need to put in power source. Need to bushcraft one metal plating, and then we just got to connect it. And there we go. And we can teleport here from anywhere. Come back to our base computer. What do we want to name this base? Trade 1. And there we go. We have renamed our base. We can leave that base screenshot. So we're not going to be able to upload this base yet. So let us go downstairs and build ourselves a little bubble pod. Alright, wooden. Floor, door, wall, and then a door? And a roof. And then we can come back and upgrade that at a later time. It should allow us to upload the base now. And there we go. Well, there certainly hasn't been very many other travelers or contacts landing here at this station. Alright, let's go further in the mission quest line. Auto diagnostics report, hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status, empty. My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I will be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Tune scanner to antimatter. Yes, please. Search for antimatter traces. Alright, let's head into orbit to search for some antimatter. Alright, now we just gotta hit our scanner. Antimatter trace detected. Alright, let's find that on our HUD. Alright. There it is. Well, let's hit it. Looks like it clicked on our first base. But that's okay. This is perfect. We'll go over here and we will remove this base from existence. Now that we have a better base. Alright, let's dismantle this base. Alright, let's see what it wants us to do. And we can delete the base. And there we go. Base deleted. Alright, let's go over to our marked location. Antimatter trace. Alright. We have a cave right there where we hopefully can get some more cobalt. And free nanites right here. These are whispering eggs. And the way you get those, the easiest way, two ways. Bore a hole into the ground underneath, making a hole, and then shoot those, let the whispering eggs fall down in, and then you collect them. Or those scary little alien creatures that come out whenever you destroy one of the eggs to get the whispering egg, and get the whispering eggs while they're trying to find you. Let's log in here, pick that up so we can sell it. Terminal online. Selecting key. Decrypting. Success. Yay. The terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. Yes, take the blueprint and read the log. Eye of the Anomaly. You will find us when the time is right. And there's our magic 16. Alright, so to make one antimatter, we need chromatic metal, condensed carbon. We have enough of both. And now we can make our warp fuel. Let's see if there's anything in here we can glean. Now we have to craft the antimatter. Okay, go into our inventory, click here, click antimatter. Now we have it. Come back here. Now it's going to ask us to assemble the antimatter housing. Come back in here, click there, bushcraft your antimatter housing, and now we're good to go. Just to follow along, now we got to craft the warp cell. So all we're doing now is the antimatter and the antimatter housing are going to go together, and we are going to be able to create our bushcraft, our warp cell. And there we go. We can now charge our Starship hyperdrive out of range. Okay, there you have it. That's not going to give us anything. That isn't going to give us anything. Sometimes up on the ceiling there are plants that like to hit you, take damage. So look up. when you're in these forsaken research. Right there's one. Ta-da! These usually always give you nanites. If we can get around. Ah, research specimen. Our standing has increased with the Vicrane. This is a encyclopedia, or no, check stock transfer. This will be free units. There we go. And here we're going to have damaged machinery, which means outside, under the facility, we'll be able to get a technology module. Nanites, I presume. Alright, let's proceed to get these. Dig a nice deep hole, and then just come down here and shoot up to clear out the dirt and get access to these eggs. So I like to make sure that there's going to be nothing blocking, and then they'll fall down right around here and we'll just pick them up. Change to our mining beam. Here we go. Okay, we got our first one. So let's make this a little bit easier. Now we have plenty of room when those fall down. Okay, perfect. Let's walk over and pick it up. They don't last forever. You got like 10 or 15 seconds and they will disappear. So just try to make sure once they stop rolling that you pick it up pretty quick. So hard to see them in the light. Alright, so these guys are outside. So now, actually before we go to the anomaly, we have this alien artifact or whatever it was that we found at the first research station. We'll go over there and see what it is. Ancient ruin. I'll slow down a little bit before I get there. Allow everything to load. Visitation of Calm. So we are at this ancient ruin here. Let's see what we get. Well, actually, let's see if we have any free space in our inventory. We do. The imprint of an ancient civilization was once absorbed by this strange marker. The story of the Vikings somehow spills out in the language of my own people. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted. So it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. The Vicrane shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. So let's seek help with knowledge of the past. Historical data revealed. Nice, we have another location we can go to. There's always a couple of these knowledge stones wherever these ancient ruins are, so grab those if you can. Alright, let's find that historical marker. Oh, that's not too far away. Please be a portal. No, it isn't. But we found another ancient ruin right here. That was convenient. Okay, got a storage spot cleared out. Remnants of Bastami Weld. The memories of a long-deceased tribe of Viking warriors flows from the stone marker, forming into a ghostly essence that fills me with wisdom. The Book of Herc speaks of the rise of the travelers. They shall ascend, delving into the boundless void. The Vikings shall not impede their ascent, for the travelers must prevail. So decrees the word of Herc. Knowledge of the past. Nothing found this time. Destination reached. So here you're going to want to use your visor to scan for artifact fragments. And 3 of these artifact fragments, which are keys, will allow you to unlock this artifact crate. Nice. Now we can go unlock the crate. Nice. Rare item found. Approximately 709 years old. Age-old miscellany. That is usually worth some pretty good units. 488, that's not bad. That's an interesting mountainous structure. I was hoping for a portal, but to no avail. Off to the Anomaly. Alright, we are ready to travel. Let's go to our galactic map. Down on the D-pad. Alright, so the line is telling us that is the path we need to follow. Okay, it's taken us to a Korvax system. We can see the orbiting planets. Wow, one of those planets has 2 moons. That's rare. 1, 2, 3, 4 planets. And one of the planets has 2 moons. So that's all we can tell right now because we don't have an economy or a conflict scanner. So let's head on over there. We have arrived. 4 planets, 2 moons. Economy is adequate. Conflict mild. Starship auto diagnostics, starship monitoring system reports, hyperdrive error, warp fuel depleted. Searching for fuel source. Obtained. Warp fuel source, and there's the magic number again. Accept guidance for fuel source. Yes. Guidance accepted. Plotting route. Alright. Follow the starship automatic guidance. Let's move over to this direction. Well, the starship space station is right there, very close. So we'll head over here first to grab our additional exosuit upgrade. Novo Grill Exchange. Over on the right hand side is always where the exosuit storage upgrade is. And there we go. 10,000 units, and we have that. Perfect. And this is the exosuit upgrade guy. Technology merchant. He offers us installable exosuit upgrades for nanites. Let's see what he's got to offer. Well, first we can sell. We can sell that shield module for $294. And see what we can buy. He's got a life support module and a thermal protection module. So we're looking for movement upgrades, but we really only want to get S-class movement upgrades, if at all possible. Come down here to the multi-tool, see what he's offering. Well, not what I'm looking for. Starship upgrades. I really don't want to upgrade anything with this starship because we're going to be getting another one anyways. Alright. Looks like we got plenty of activity here. See what we can buy. We'll see how good their economy is by figuring out the quantity of stuff they have to sell. Yeah, they've got a moderate economy. So, 400,000 to buy all his cobalt. Too much. But we can sell some stuff. See if we have anything to offer. Sell that. 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 Sell that. Oh, we'll keep our navigational data. Okay. Let's go back to buy. It's a lot easier than mining. And he's got cobalt for sale. Get that. Wow, he's got ionized cobalt. Oh, definitely better than the one I've got. Can't afford that yet. Alright, let's talk to some of these contacts. There's something suspicious about this Corvax. There's a smell in the air of faint perfume that I cannot quite place. I feel a light jolt pass between me and the entity. Huge. Strange symbols form in my mind, each representing a concept I might learn. So, here's another pro tip. Korvax are interested in Korvax symbols or technology symbols. The Viking are interested in aggression symbol or Viking symbols, and the Gex are interested in trade symbols or Gex symbols. So for you to get anything out of this guy, you want to click on the corresponding information that he's interested in. Nice, he teaches me a word of their language. I've learned the word for research. Here is a Viking. Let's try that over again. Can't understand anything he says. The word claps their hand roughly upon my shoulder, looking down at my frame. They appear to feel sorry for my entire being. So let's request dialect. Conscript view draws themselves up, proud to be teaching me their language. They present a selection of symbols, each representing a type of Viking word I might learn. So, here we go. Also, Gex are interested in this friendship symbol, not Viking or Korvax. So this is the one we go with, and we've learned the word for warrior. Okay. Already talked to that guy, so let's talk to Entity Voik. Oh, grab this navigational paddle while we're here. I'm not going to get the kind of units I'm looking for yet. When I go to crash the economy, it's not going to drop the purchase price down very far. So we can head on out of here. Okay, so let's land and find out what this is. So again, this is a new planet, so you can scan everything and get more units. So this planet has sentinels. And it's a toxic planet. We are going to need hazard protection. Whatever that word is. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A robotic life form turns towards me. Light streams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me. Yes, accept the knowledge. Okay, the name Korvax floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. Okay, let's see if I have any space in my inventory. We do. Learned another new word for traveler. Learned the Korvax word for entity. And it wants us to come right here. Remnants of Deuces. The heart of the anomaly. This structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Is it traveler? Is it friend? Well, let's say we're a friend. It feels strange responding to questions I'm unsure that I am being asked, but something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that someone is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? Who knows? say I'm the first. I do not know how I am being spoken to. This monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling it has asked these questions many times over. It asks again. Have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them? So this is a part of the main quest line. And the Crimson Eye is the Atlas, which we haven't encountered yet. And if we remember back to where we were grabbing those whispering eggs, those larval cores, it said that the Crimson Eye had seen us at that terminal inside that destroyed research facility. But it really doesn't matter. Let's say it has seen the eye. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert. The boundaries fall. The walls collapse. Your universe awaits. Find us, traveler. Okay. We received one warp cell. So it's telling us to head back into outer space. Oh, there's a sentinel right there. They don't like it when you take resources. Basically, they are the intergalactic police force. Oh, there's some damaged machinery, which means there's a buried technology around. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Another sentinel. What will we get today? Nanites. I'm okay with that. Alright. Incoming message. Incoming transmission. Source unknown. You are not static. Alone. Please identify yourself. I'm static. Identify myself. You left me. Static. Why did you? Static. Tell them you don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd. Static. Just like the others. Static. Ask who you are speaking to. There is no reply. The communicator falls silent, though the channel remains open. Alright, let's recharge our hyperdrive. And there we go. Base computer archives available. So it's telling us to go back to our base. So let's move over this way. It wants us to go here. Stranger's coordinates. No, I want to go there. Alright, let's scan. Gamma root, copper, uranium, and salt are the primary minerals on that planet. Alright. Let's see where this leads us. Slow down. Oh, this is an interesting planet. Oh, there's a spaceship. Let's land. Cool. Oh, it's a fighter. Nice. That's better than the one we got. So let's go over here first. Bio input sensor, 5 chromatic metal. And then superconductive lock, 5 sodium. Static. Static. There are no signs of life. There is only the static of a broken communicator. Let's extract the records. Whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I extract is the pilot's name, Artemis. Whoever they were, they're long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans, an upgrade for my mining beam. Nice. So this is our advanced mining laser. This will allow us to extract minerals from rocks that are too hard for our regular mining beam. So we need to, I don't know if we can, I don't think we can bushcraft a hermetic seal yet, but we can check. And I know we're going to have to purchase wiring loom from the space station or trade terminal. So let's see, can we bushcraft? Yes, we can bushcraft a hermetic seal. Perfect. So let's do that. And then we need some carbon nanotubes. Go to the multi-tool. Install technology. Nice. We won't be able to use it yet until we get the wiring loom. So that'll be the next thing we grab up there at the space station. Let's claim the ship. So now we own this, and we own our other starship. Time for truth. You have their signal, but you are not Artemis entity. Your signal is familiar to Nada. We have been in contact before, I think. This would be a good time to come aboard, yes? A proper introduction to our home. Okay. There we have it. We've got the anomaly. We'll now be able to summon it from anywhere in the universe. So we're going to be able to accomplish what we need to accomplish here to be able to start making our money. Let's go check out a couple of places. So first, we need to come up here. Up here, let that recharge for a second, and then hop up here. So we need to come see Nada, and this is going to be furthering our mission quest line. I am Priest Entity Nada, Divergent Korvax. Welcome to our anomaly. Our home here is pleasant, yes? Polo Zone design, a perfect bubble, beyond the Sentinels. Beyond vengeful Korvax. Nada watches time come and go. Let's ask about Artemis. This is going to progress our quest line. A traveler entity, perhaps they are known to you. I do not know their number. Nada does not care to think about iterations as numbers. They were lost to us, highly improbable. Our anomaly is lost to the Sentinels, but none should be lost to the anomaly. The Korvax watches me. There is a patience and organic tilt to the way they hold their metal shell. Let's ask about Nada himself. Nada awoke with the death of Korvax Prime. Could not understand why such things happened. They are alone. Now I am divergent. The convergence. Do not see through my eyes. Nada is not alone anymore. Nada is with Polo Friend. Now many other friends visit. Our convergence is small, but Nada happy. Alright, so I'm not going to read any more of this. You can check it out as you play the game. We'll ask about Polo, just to get through this. Now we'll ask about the space station, and we're done. So now we've progressed the quest line. It's now telling us to speak with Polo, which will also unlock black holes. Talk to Polo. Friends everywhere. We'll get through this quickly. Ask how he knows. Alright. The space anomaly is a hub for travelers, a nexus that unites them wherever they are in the universe. Use Nada and Polo's home to meet other travelers, undertake missions, earn nanites, or upgrade your equipment. So there we go. So the real place to be is straight back through here. After you talk to Nada and Polo, this is where all the magic happens. Purchase all your upgrades. So Starship is the first one that's here. Let's talk to this scary face guy. Research Starship upgrades. So essentially we want the teleporter so we can unlock the economy scanner. Unfortunately, we didn't get that as a free upgrade. So that's what we need to manufacture that, install it. Alright. I don't know why it doesn't let you stay in, but it always kicks you out. Let's research another one. And here we go with the economy scanner. And we're going to need that. Alright, let's go over here to our exosuit upgrade. This is going to be a storage unit. 20,000 units. I'll pay that. Talk to this guy. The strange guy with the tongue. Oh man. So we didn't get that for free. Okay. Always kicks you out. And we want this. The personal refiner. This turns our backpack into a refiner. We can refine stuff on the go. Alright. So that's all we need from him right then. Alright. This is the construction research station. So we want the medium refiner. So let's find the technology. Oh, there it is. 10. Nice. We have enough. We'll be able to use that to start generating some revenue. And then we're going to need this storage container. Now we actually have storage units. Alright, so let's look over here. Multi-tool upgrades. This weird shark face guy. So the waveform cycler. So this allows us to charge at a significantly faster rate. We'll buy that. This is for our analysis visor. We don't need the exocraft stuff yet. Come back over here. Construction research station. This will help us upgrade our power for our bases. This will be a save beacon. Nice. Got a boatload of nanites from that guy. This weird Groot looking guy. And we got some nanites from this guy. Now we will teleport back to our base and start generating some revenue. Thanks for watching Bubbles Plays No Man's Sky. We'll catch you next time.